Other girls' basic blonde birches, like typical girly things like plushies. Disgusting. Me, the superior quirky girl, RAR XD, gremlin crusader that will drink the blood of my enemies on Friday nights instead of going clubbing.
Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lassos. Welcome to the click. You smell just absolutely astounding today. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Would you also consider yourself a quirky girl, RAR XD? Me, myself, I consider myself a very quirky girl. And what is the best way to establish your quirkiness in this world? That is right, debunking all the other quirky girls, so I'm the only quirky girl left. Welcome to r/NotLikeOtherGirls, where we explore the depths of the quirks. Enjoy. Mwah. Scientifically speaking, I think like quirky girl syndrome could be considered like a subcategory of main character syndrome. I need to make like a Venn diagram of all these online tendencies and just make like a coherent paper about it. That'd be so beautiful.
When you used to be an OF model, but now you post about baking sourdough, living for God, and speak against modern feminism, monkey emoji. Hi, I am Gwen. In 2020, I made the biggest mistake of my life and started an OF account.
Also, the funny part, that's like a Norwegian So this would actually be pronounced like F. So, anyway.
Despite making more money than ever before, I was miserable and felt so alone. But this year, despite being an atheist my whole life, God found me and saved me. And now I'm determined to use my story to help other girls get out of this evil industry and find real joy in the Lord. Ever notice that everything modern feminism promotes leaves women unhappy and unfulfilled? Hormone-disrupting birth control, promiscuity, working stressful 9-to-5 jobs, not getting married or having children. POV, you're wondering why the feminists wanted to work so bad because you're quite happy spending your days in the kitchen making food for people you love.
Okay, I don't think that's what it's about though. I think the whole like liberation thing is about having a choice. I don't think anyone is stopping you from being like a trad wife if that's what you want to do. I feel like this whole thing is just a grift post. Jesus Christ.
Lies! I was told growing up, thanks to modern feminism, you don't need a man. A 9-to-5 job is better than raising your kids.
I mean, don't need someone. You should be with someone because you genuinely want to. And, you know, it makes both your lives better. Isn't that a good thing? You know, you don't need someone, meaning that you could walk away in case the relationship turns sour. You know, that's a good thing. Both people should be independent to the point that you're not stuck with a person for that reason alone. No, what are you doing?
Getting married and starting a family will make you unhappy. Promiscuity and dressing provocatively is empowering. Birth control is safe. Abortions are no big deal. Shh. Don't tell Trudeau I made ice cream with raw milk and raw eggs. The biggest lie women were sold is more empowering and fulfilling to be a boss babe working 9-to-5 than being a housewife and stay-at-home mother.
This has gotta be purely a grift. It smells grifty, doesn't it? It really smells grifty. Like the whole straw manning thing of all that kind of stuff, claiming that people are forcing you to do something when they're not really. I don't know, man. Stuff like this gives me a really weird vibe. It is fascinating, though. One thing I've realized about the internet is that I'm very often exposed to things that I never see IRL. It's kind of beautiful. It's like a completely different universe. Oh, who needs interdimensional time travel when you have TikTok?
All the girls that are being 20 right now and absolute whores in the club, whatever not, in 10 years are going to be 30, trying to settle down and realize that all the good guys are taken. They're going to complain that they were ran through their whole life, but while they were partying for the past 10 years, all the good girls got cuffed by the good guys. What? And so now when they look at all the men that are options, they're going to be competing with the now 20-year-old good girls and be stuck. Why? Because all the good guys are gone. You missed your chance being a f***ing whore.
Jesus Christ. This feels like one of those rants where they have a very specific person in mind they're eager to crap on, but instead they zoom out and try to make it some kind of objective truth, but the whole thing just comes off as really bitter and like misogynistic. Come on, fam. Don't do this. This is like the modern version of 2008 Facebook vague posting. When you're like, oh my god, you know who you are who talk behind my back, but I won't say your name either, but it's exactly that, but like TikTok.
I'm not like other girls. I do sports. I do a lot of fencing, y'all. Yeah.
Wait, I have the thing for this.
I have nice dark hair.
I am male. My name is Indigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Oh, heck yeah. I do love myself some like 2008 internet meme references. This is beautiful. Thank you.
Number 1. I don't leave home alone after dark. Anything that needs to be done outside the home can be done during daylight. I always ask my husband before I leave home and arrive places as well as share locations. I'm safest at home and with husband. This is all about safety. We use Life 360 app. Number 2. No opposite sex friendships. This is disrespectful to your partner and opens the door for comparison and affairs to happen. Any friendship needs I get from women and my family.
Is it the other way around as well though? Is this like a two-way street or just demands in one direction?
Wives, submit yourself to your own husband as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife as Christ is the head of the church, his body of which he is the Savior. Now as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. 4. We don't involve outsiders or family into our disputes. This causes more harm than good. Keep your marriage safe from outside interference. Others will feel pressure to take sides and influence your marriage.
There is the whole kind of saying with like, don't air your dirty laundry in public and that kind of stuff. There's, limits and boundaries to things. But saying that you should never, ever, ever get input about anything you might find like worth discussing or something like that is also not great. I think you're like putting yourself inside a very tight bubble, and that can lead to kind of bad things, fam.
5. I take my husband's preferences into consideration. I typically wear the clothes he likes best, style my hair the way he enjoys, and cook the food he loves. I put my husband once ahead of my own.
Oh dear.
And this has done nothing but benefit myself and our marriage. Western women don't have the mindset of what can I do to make my husband happy. Serving your husband's needs before your own is what a good wife does. This mindset and effort will strengthen and honor your marriage. Start doing this and everything changes for the better.
I don't know, man. This gives me such weird vibes. I don't think women watch these kind of TikToks for like relationship advice. This gives me a feeling like it's very much trying to appeal to a demographic that might be kind of lost when it comes to relationships and might take it out on the wrong thing, or people that just want to control their partner. The underlying tones of posts like this is very much like, I'm gonna lock you in the basement, or like borderline abusive relationships. This isn't good. Like, you're not allowed to talk to anyone outside the relationship. Okay, yeah, that sounds really weird when you put it that way. What is it that you're so worried that people are gonna see? My God.
You in his DMs? I'm at home smoking weed. I don't even know who we're talking about.
What are you talking about? Is this based on something that happened, or is it just a shower argument?
POV. You chose a man who provides, so you get to spend every day in pretty dresses, taking care of the children and the home and baking fresh sourdough.
No, girl, you're making content and shilling an Amazon store. Get over yourself. No matter how you tart it up, you're just like the rest of us. At least you're getting a bit called out in the comments, right?
I want the homestead lifestyle. Me being on the farm wearing dresses, baking, caring for my babies, and getting to milk cows and feed chicks. It's easier than girl boss birches who want the city life with rent and gender studies degrees no one cares about.
I think there's this beautiful old saying about live and let live, right? The fact that people want to do different things is pretty beautiful, and we need people to be good and want to do different things. That's kind of how the world goes around and how it becomes such a beautiful, diverse place. Both of those lifestyles obviously have their ups and downs depending on who you are as a person and what you're looking for, this idea that something has to be bad just because you don't want to do it, I don't know, man. I never really bought that.
My ego when I see who he's replacing me with.
And just laughing and be like, haha, you downgraded boy, big L. Big L's all around. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that if you make like jealous comparisons online to your ex's new partner with yourself while also pooping on them, there's probably a reason you got broken up with. Oh my God. R/parenting. Are we weird parents? Toddlers 1 to 3 years. Does it hurt your child if we are weird parents? For example, last night my husband watched nature videos instead of the Super Bowl while I did some sewing. Today we've done nothing about Valentine's Day because we both think it's dumb. We always prefer to take our son, almost 3, on a nature walk / age-appropriate hike instead of going to the playground. Our son has a good variety of toys, but not a lot of them. He has tons of books. He is not signed up for any after-daycare activities, and we have no plans for any of that. Are we messing him up? I have such anxiety. You are not weird parents. The one thing I would be mindful of is not tripping into contrarianism. It's fine to not like the Super Bowl. Lots of people don't like ball sports. But it gets a bit weird when you make not liking it a personality trait, and particularly when not liking it comes across as being superior. See the difference? I think the only exception I would have is like, imagine a dating app, but it's based on things you hate. And not like serious things, like, oh my god, I hate walks on the beach because I get sand in my undies. And then you match with someone and you just funnily rant about sand in your underpants for a while. That sounds like a blast. But a personality trait shouldn't be like not liking something. I think that might be an odd thing to teach a young kid. You know, they should take pride in what they like to do, not what they don't like to do. It's kind of reversed. Dance if you got married at 18, love Jesus, and have absolutely nothing in common with 99% of your generation, so you're building your own squad to hang out with. What? Well, that's a really odd way of putting. What? I don't know, it's probably healthy to have friends your own age, even if you start a family. I don't think one is a replacement for the other, one way or another. Oh dear. She gave me the, I have a lot of guy friends because they're less dramatic. Ooh. I don't know, I have more guy friends because I get along with them and females just piss me off. Aha, this video is literally about you. No, we have an entire comment section with this. This is so good. Nah, because I don't try to be a pick-me or a person that dates the guy friends. Putting women down is pick-me behavior, girl. I don't put them down, Skull, unless they frick with me first. Bro, you just said females piss me off. Spoken like a true pick-me. Lamau, that's not putting them down. And not a pick-me, even my boyfriend laughed at that. Learn what a pick-me is. Your boyfriend is just like you. That is why. No, it keeps going. No. Pick me, choose me, love me. Limit found, never gonna be a pick-me. Dude, you're literally putting women down for no reason. That's pick-me behavior. I came looking for copper, but I found gold. I think there is that old saying where if you meet one butthole during the day, they are probably the butthole. But if everyone you meet is the butthole, maybe you're the butthole. You know, common denominators and that kind of stuff. That isn't always true. Sometimes you just don't fit in with a specific group of people, and that's fine. But when you're like this oddly aggressive about it, I don't know, fam. It kind of feels like common denominator, no? POV, you embraced Christian modesty and your wedding was coming up, but you hated the immodest wedding dress trend. Why is there a poppy in the pictures? So you designed your own wedding dress and had it made for you. It's like a little towel. And on your big day, you became a testament to the fact that modesty and beauty are compatible. For there is nothing uglier than an immodest bride who leaves nothing for the imagination. Just a little nose coming out. That is so cute. I love this dog. I think this whole thing reads kind of like satire, right? It feels like someone just like took an unhinged text from somewhere and just added dog pictures to it to make it funny, you know? Man, I like that. Banshee Healer. That's a good tag. Hell yeah. Other girls eating in front of their man. Alright, just doing a little bit of munching action. I can appreciate some munching. Me eating in front of my man. You see? It's different because they eat the fries faster than the other girls. And they also drink beer. I have never met a woman who enjoys beer. What is this? Some kind of different planet? Ah. But on a wholesome side note, I have actually found that to be kind of a cute thing. Because for me, for example, I easily lose appetite when I'm stressed or anxious. So like being able to have like full appetite when you're with someone, at least for me, subjectively, is a pretty good sign that like I'm comfortable with this person and we're getting somewhere, you know? So that's kind of a nice indicator in one way. Wholesome side tangent, heck yeah. Girls wearing this stuff and want to complain how there aren't any good men out there. There are, baby girl. It's just that wives don't dress like this and every guy worth a crap knows it, yes. I would say, you know, when it comes to clothing and attire, oftentimes it's just time and place. Like, I would expect people to dress up a bit flashily and stuff if we're going to a dance club. But, you know, it depends on time and place and how cold it is outside and a bunch of different factors. I think just judging something like this out of context is such a weird thing to do, and suggesting that people can't be wife materials because they decide to dress up snazzy one night and go dancing with the girls. People are allowed to live their lives, Courtney. What the shit? The world worked like that since Bible times and has worked almost 3,000 years. The moment humanity fricked up is women's suffrages. That was the beginning of the bad times. There is a reason you carry the child and not me. It's your intended purpose as a woman. Just like the reason I have big muscles and a larger is so I can work and build. The reason you have bobs and a uterus is so you can carry and feed a child. Your body tells you what your job is. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I'm breaking up with you now. Have a good life. What? Oh, I've seen this text. It's been circulating the internet for a while. It's so wild. It's so... Who sends, like... First of all, breakup text? Really? And second of all, what is this? What is this, like, unhinged rant?
He is right, though.
No. Is the comments just filled with pick-me's?
He's right. Repel the 19th, a woman's place is in the home. More men like this. I would love a man like this. It makes me feel secure. They don't make them like this anymore.
What, guys that randomly send you a weird rant about traditionalism and then break up with you over text? That makes you feel secure? What?
When you have 3 boys and 1 girl, so you only deal with 1 female's hormones. But then your boys start getting married and suddenly there's tons of attitudes, hormones, and tears.
What is this post? Oh my god, what is this post? I don't know, man. The wholesome vibe that I have learned in my many years on this godforsaken planet is that poopy people come in all shapes and sizes. Isn't that a treat? Hashtag wholesomeness with click. It was an odd attitude in a way, like saying that in the future you're not gonna get along with your son's wives, specifically. You're kind of just laying the groundwork for some kind of disagreement and like pre-built up bitterness, I guess. It's just like an odd vibe.
We're Christian girls. Of course, if you make us mad, we're gonna say God bless you. We're not listening to the newest release of a book or podcast. We're listening to how to cast out demons. If you ask me my horoscope, of course I'm gonna tell you I'm a child of God. Of course, we don't say happy holidays. We say Merry Christmas.
Oh, that whole argument again? Oh my god, it feels like I'm back in 2018. Wow.
Modest is hottest. Of course, we're gonna anoint the hotel room before we go to sleep.
Damn, that's a new one. I think the whole quirky girl thing can so beautifully be embodied with like, you liking things or subscribing to something isn't bad. And you can be proud of it without like pooping on something else. You know, people like different things and that's perfectly okay. Your stuff that you like doesn't get more valuable because you dislike something else. Does that make sense?
It's time to embrace being an iced tea girl. Iced tea is flirty and feminine. It's cheaper and more hydrating than a latte. Iced tea is for girls with legs stubble and a chair covered with not clean, not dirty clothes in her room. For women not in STEM.
Man, what does iced tea have to do with STEM fields? I don't know, man. My legs are certainly kind of hairy, and I did STEM fields in engineering. Does this mean I'm not allowed to enjoy my iced tea in the summer? What? Who is gatekeeping iced tea? What?
Every girl my age talking all kinds of birth control to avoid teen pregnancy. Me having 3 kids by 20?
Wait, how does it... I guess if they had the first child while being 18, and the second while being 19, and the third while being 20, the math sort of maths. But fam, it's really cutting it close. Unless we're talking twins or triplets and that kind of stuff, then it would be a bit different, I suppose, but I don't know. Stuff like this I always have such mixed feelings about, because it feels like such a shame, right? I don't think someone who's like genuinely happy with where they are feels such a strong need to crap on something else. The simple fact that people choose to settle down and have families at different stages in their life should be perfectly reasonable, you know? I have that around me as well. You know, certain people I know settle down earlier because they were working after high school. After a few years, they felt pretty stable and happy and they decided to have kids. Other people, they went on to do other things, maybe even do PhDs and stuff, which meant they were stuck in the academy for longer, didn't want to have kids. Some people had it while studying. People do very different things and very different choices, and that is okay. And I don't think you should find value in your choice because someone else did something else that you deem worse. You should just be happy with the thing you have because that's what you chose, right? That's where the value should come from. Liberal women in 2023, and I am definitely not quitting my job to raise a baby. Conservative women in 2023, dinner's on the table at 5 for my husband, doing whatever it takes to be a stay-at-home mom to raise my little one. It's perfect. Oh my god. We can just live and let live. Everything is fine. You can do what you want. That's the whole point. Oh my god. Ah!
What's up, my guys? Men are better in every conceivable way, and here's why. You're more interesting. When was the last time a girl opened her mouth and you were like, that's an interesting point? Never. Literally never.
What?
You're more direct. I'm sick of having to translate everything women say to me. I love that a man could just tell me how it is. You're also more decisive. You will never hear a man uttering the phrase, but are you sure? You're more vulnerable than women. Everybody thinks that vulnerability has to do with emotions, when in reality, it has more to do with being your authentic self. Women lie every single day when they put on makeup. You don't get that luxury. You're easy to please. I've never met a man that wasn't happy with a smile, a hug, and a full belly. All I have to do is make a sandwich. And lastly, let's be honest, you're funnier.
Is that just a troll post? Hold on, I was like, this is such a grift, right? This must be a grift for very certain demographics online. But then you get to the last point where it's like, any man is happy with a hug and a sandwich. And I'm like, wait, you're also saying that men is like super easy and basic. I don't know. This video is like very subtly pooping on everyone. Is that a purposeful twist? Or is that just something left in there, but not on purpose, and it just implies the complete opposite? Oh my god, that's so funny. Last time I had a memorable conversation with the woman. Yeah, a couple of days ago, one of my lady friends and I talked about something very interesting. It's a treatment that is like a very heavy drug sort of thing that resets pathways in your brain. So it can like reset your personality and learn things. You still keep your memories and that kind of stuff. And it's very important to have someone with you when you do this, so like the trip goes the right way. I'm not sure what this is called in English, but it's a very like extreme treatment sort of thing. But it can basically rewire your personality for people that are dealing with very, very severe things. So that was a very interesting topic of discussion. I had no idea. So to answer your question, yeah, like a couple of days ago. When was the last time I had an interesting discussion with the man? Probably also a couple of days ago. I don't know, man. What kind of people do you hang around? Come on. Taylor Swift writes whiny songs about all her exes. Stevie Nicks made her ex play guitar while she sung songs about what a butthole he was. Okay, like the lore about that kind of stuff is actually pretty funny, but yeah, I don't know about this meme, man. The female rock and roll country pop singer is back, and her name is Taylor Swift, and it's women like her who are going to save the music business. Stevie Nicks. That is beautiful! You see, there is not even any beef going around. It's just some random person who made a meme putting these people against each other. Oh my god.
POV, you finally left them American women alone and got your European wife, and now this is what life looks like.
What? I don't... It's a plate? Is this supposed to be good or bad? I don't even know, man. What is on that plate? Looks like somebody executed a squash with a shotgun.
I can't tell either. What is that?
Is it like a potato dish? I don't get it. Is this supposed to be good or bad? I'm so scared and confused.
Where is that female Elon Musk if women are so smart?
Oh yeah, isn't this the same person that was going around and selling shirts that say women shouldn't be allowed to vote? Or something like that? I'm pretty sure this is the same person. People like this always fill such an interesting demographic, and I see this online relatively often. When people try to make it big by becoming like the token spokesperson in the demographic that would usually not like them. You know, nobody would make a tweet like this that genuinely thinks like women are decent, capable, humanoid specimens, you know? It's so weird to me. It's so weird to me.
Why are we still giving men microphones in 2024? Because they don't whine about every little thing.
The vibe of this comment section is just so bad.
If he's waking up before 6 a.m. to go to work, he better be getting brain as a perk. Stop settling for Miss Pillow Princess.
Oh, I see. So when he wakes up, he needs to wake up to a certain level of treats that involve organs related to a head. I think posts like this are so odd because it builds on like this preconception that you have to do favors and etc. and it's like an imbalanced thing and other people don't want to treat their partner right, but you do. But in reality, it should just be something that both people like, and hopefully both people are on a similar wavelength, and if not, you should probably talk about it. The preconceptions to these arguments are always a bit whack.
Thinking about how lucky my husband is. I am so low maintenance. I get my hair done 3 times a year, I don't pay to get my nails done, I don't have fake eyelashes or lip implants, I don't care about name brand items, don't get coffee daily. So with all that saved money, he can take me to Ireland for the fall.
I mean, that just sounds like reasonable couple savings, though. It's like, gee, we're planning this big trip. Let's save a little bit of money, yo. That's... Why is it being framed like you're talking crap about someone else when it could just be like, I'm just saving for a vacation?
What? Women are not meant to work a 40-hour desk job. I should be in a sundress at the farmer's market, frolicking in the fields, baking bread and milking cows with a baby on my back, and a man can't wait to come home and give love to.
Frolicking in the fields! That mental picture's amazing. Ah, I love frolicking in the fields all day. What?
Reminding my married neighbor what he's missing when his wife is home today.
Oh wait, so you're like standing and flirting with your neighbor when their wife is next to them? Man, what a wholesome neighborhood.
Girl mom approved baby names for 2024. Luetta, Frankie, Hazel B.
Is that like one name or a double name?
Summer, Adria, Minnie, Capri, Star, London.
That will be confusing when traveling.
Arlo, Matilda, Shay, Annabella, Royce, Bew, Anderson.
Isn't Anderson a last name? Okay, anyway.
Misty, Holland, Imani, Evena, Haven, Bell, Gaia,
Iceland. Same thing, that it's gonna be super confusing. Imagine you're going home to your friend and be like, yeah, we're going to Iceland this evening. God, that's gonna be confusing.
Millie, Dolly, Teddy, Winter, Beautiful Clover, Bluesy Bell.
Wait, is that a double name or a first and last name? That sounds so confusing.
Avalon, Cielo.
Some of these names is like the kind of stuff I would come up with when I Google like names for elven NPCs D&D before my adventures, and I would come up with like some of these, you know? That's the kind of vibe.
Kingsley, Adelie, Lenny, Bonnie, Caramel, Lorelei, Honey Ray. Honey Ray? No!
Malty, Rome. Also gonna be super confusing. Eloise,
Lila, Novinel, Xaya, Mavie, Ivy Love, and Bambi.
Some of the names are cute. Some are quite confusing. Yeah.
Other girls. Oh my god, a Starbucks coffee chocolate latte cream macchiato. Me? What the f*** did I just drink?
Or we can just enjoy coffee. I haven't been on this subreddit for quite a while. I forgot how much of it is just about coffee preferences. Maybe that's an entire subreddit, r/coffee preference.
Starting a new job and all the females already have a beef with me for no reason. Happens every time. I don't even talk like that.
Okay. There's like a combination here, right? There's too little context to say one way or another. Maybe the workplace is just kind of toxic and not very welcoming for new people. Maybe the person jumping workplaces is the common denominator and they typically don't get along very well with new people. It can be one way or another. I think an important takeaway with that kind of stuff is be aware that it could be you if you feel like it's a lot of people around you, but it can also just be the wrong environment. I, for example, have gone through many different workplaces and chapters in life where I either feel like I belong or don't belong. So it can depend on like many different factors. You can't really tell enough, but this doesn't feel productive, no.
Lemao 100. I'm not gonna be the girl you marry, but I will be the girl you'll be thinking about 20 years from now while you're listening to oldies and holding a beer that tastes like regret as you look over at the ugly birch you're stuck with.
Seems like a healthy mindset. I hope every person I used to know is miserable and thinking about me while being miserable. I think we can just focus on living happy lives, no?
I have never been a super girly girl type and never will be. I lift heavyweights daily, blast rap/rock music, and half my workout wardrobe came from the men's section by choice, because the women's clothing is usually poopy quality or looks like a Barbie Princess Wonderland. I'm also 6 feet tall. Most women clothing is made for borderline M-words. I'm living proof that you don't have to be any more feminine or masculine that you already are in order to have success as a woman in any capacity, just not fitness. Anyone that tells you differently is full of po. If you relate to that, you'll love it around here. If not, I'm not the trainer for you.
And the caption is, my sports bras from the men's section. I mean, that's kind of wholesome vibes though. More sports bras in the men's section. Hell yeah. Oh gee, I never met a girl before that enjoys rock music. What an unheard concept. Ah.
Things I do that people think are crazy. Cooking from scratch to avoid unnecessary preservatives and additives. No wearing sunscreen. Ever.
Posts like this are always such a ride, because they start off with like, I like home cooking, which is good, like, you know, eating less processed food is probably healthy and good for you, and then just like, not wearing sunscreen. It's like, fam,
what? Eating organ meat daily and not using a microwave
while having the text overlapped on doing laundry. What, is that suggesting that normal girls dry their clothes in a microwave? What's the context here? Absolutely insufferable female lead of an indie movie uses a metaphor that makes no sense.
Chips.
Uh-huh.
Spicy or acidic?
This is so spot on.
Sweet. Open them. I dare you. Just be the kind of guy who opens a bag of chips in the middle of a grocery store. I don't get it. And he never did.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Come on. Didn't you say you needed cold cuts?
This is like such an overacted, perfect display of this character. This is so beautiful. Oh yeah, the original creator of this is Delaney Says Hello. I knew it was familiar. I'm not sure why it's censored out, but maybe that's just subreddit rules to like avoid, you know, hating in case people don't know it's satire. But this is obviously satire, so that's the original creator, hell yeah.
In a world of DINKs, dual income, no kids, be a silk, single income, lots of kids.
Why does the DINK word sound like a slur? Wait, let me Google this. Is a slur. DINKs was one of the derogatory terms used to refer to the Viet Cong or NVA. Oh, okay. So that's a great acronym to pick. Whoops. I mean, completely unrelated to the post, so I don't think it has anything to do with this person's opinion regarding a group of people. It's just funny that the acronym ends up being something like offensive and like... God, it's so bad. One thing about me, I will never be a pick-me girl who acts like I'm better than girls because I don't wear a certain color. Be frickin' for real. I mean, that's kinda nice. Just rock what you feel like. Hell yeah.
One thing about me, I will never be a girly girl gym rat. The frick am I supposed to do in a pink one piece? Be frickin' for real.
This is like two opposite sides of the moon. Oh my god. I think part of this phenomenon is just that people are told that they have to be unique, or that, you know, the world has tried to put women in a very specific box. So like being quirky means kind of breaking out of it. So I think there is some like valid criticism to come from that place, but I mean, I still very much prefer, you know, the first vibe. I think live and let live is just such a good philosophy in many of these instances.
POV, you wake up from being a chronically ill feminist, stripper, and become a feminine, steak-eating, raw milk drinking, bone broth sipping, gardening, raw liver loving, campfire cooking, unporked birth keeping, holistically healing, matrix escaping, powerful woman.
Is that like a Batman spin-off? This sounds like it could be a rap line, doesn't it? Feminine, steak-eating, raw milk drinking, bone broth sipping. That's pretty lit, yo. This could be decent lyrics.
I would rather be weird than whatever the heck this is.
Wait, okay, let's compare these two analytically for a second. The first one, we have a shirt and jeans, and we have hair in a bun, and phone cases, and we have cowboy boots and some sort of shoes. And then in the next one, we have cut-off jeans, a sweater, and we have hair that isn't inside of a bun. Aren't both of these like just super normal, just clothes? What?
You think snacking on butter is weird. I think snacking on ultra-processed seed oil-ridden chips, cookies, and candy bars with ingredients list longer than a CVS receipt is weird. So, shrug emoji.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, fam. I'm gonna think it's weird if someone just downs a bar of butter. I'm gonna be honest. This is something that, for example, soldiers would do. I remember hearing stories from my great-grandpa when he was guarding like various borders and stuff during the World War times. And they would sometimes just have butter because it's so many calories and it was kind of easy to get from like the farmlands and stuff like that. So there's probably like an ounce of truth somewhere in this, but I don't know, man. I think if you bring like a bar of butter and your friends are just eating chips, yeah, no, it should be a bit funky, fam.
I finally stopped dressing for the male gaze. Male gaze. Yippee!
All right. Okay. Myself. That's so good. I do appreciate myself. A little bit of like surprise satire in these videos. That is so beautiful. Excellent. Mwah, gold star.
I'm not like other girls because I don't say I'm not like other girls. Wait, no! I am becoming the thing I swore to destroy.
That's a very funny post. I like this.
I am a proud housewife with baby 3 on the way. Sorry that will offend the feminist, lol. Hashtag liberaloons. Hashtag feminism is a mental disorder.
Oh dear God.
I am currently scared and crying right now. My babies are crying. I'm going to lose my husband and my kids are going to lose their father. We're just praying to God that we can keep the house. How can they do this to a wife and mother?
Before and after, her husband got arrested yesterday for the J6 incident. Oh no. Oh, that's so stupid. No.
Is it better for a 16-year-old woman to get married or stay single until 21?
Get married, stay single. It's the same person again. It's like a reoccurring theme.
Walking into a room knowing you're not on birth control, you eat red meat and read your Bible that morning. Yippee! In a world where everyone wants this, I want this.
What, so someone wants one earring and the other one wants a different earring? Ah.
Hi, XOXO. I am so glad I was born with a pretty face and thin body.
Oh my God, isn't that just a beautiful side of the internet in a nutshell? Jesus Christ. You know what they say, beauty is skin deep, but ugly goes to the bone. Oh my God.
When it's summertime and everywhere I go in public with my boyfriend, there are 20 million bloods with fake tents staring at him.
It's such an odd thing to post online. What? I'm gonna be honest, unless the boyfriend is doing something shady with it, I would just take it as a compliment. Like, yeah, people think that your partner is cute. Nice. Good job. What?
Mommy, thought. I've had like 5 abortions. I will start a family when I'm ready. I feel so empowered. My body, my temple.
Yeah, an Aztec temple. Get it? Because in the temples you used to like sacrifice people to the sun gods or whatever. Yippee! Man, what a burn. I love making memes where the person I disagree with is like the disagreeable person and I am just a Chad making a snazzy comeback. Hell yeah, arguments are easy when I made everyone up.
Feminine women always win because we honor our nature instead of working against it.
I've always found that argument to like be a bit of a hit or miss. Like, you know, something is natural, right? Because nature isn't inherently evil or good in that way. Some stuff we should definitely not shame because it's just natural and it's how we work. Like that could be bodily functions, for example, or going through things. Like, you know, that's just part of being human and it should be fine. Then there's stuff like this where the nature argument is being used as something that is like inherently good. And of course it also makes a massive strawman argument because what has been deemed feminine or masculine throughout history has also drastically changed. There's always a mix between like culture and all that kind of stuff that just goes into a big bowl of slimy-wimey. So I don't know, fam. I don't know. What do you mean win? This is such a weird argument.
At girls at the gym with a full face on makeup only hitting legs every day.
Just let people work out. Let people work out. They're hitting the gym. That's like they're already on a good path. That should be congratulated. Come on.
Feminist. Raise daughters to be feminist. Christian. Raise daughters to do God's will.
What does that mean?
Prepare for college and careers. Prepare to be wives, mothers, homemakers. Both are fine depending on what you want to do. Be independent. Be dependent on God and His will.
I'm gonna be honest, fam. When it comes to me and like all the adults I know, being independent is a good thing in every direction because it means that you're probably together for the right reasons. Right? If you're hyper dependent on someone, it can always lead to kind of bad power dynamics or one person being completely unequal when it comes to arguments or what they want to do and that kind of stuff. Feeling independent in the fact that you are with this person because it genuinely makes both your lives better is a positive. This is a good thing.
Be loud or outspoken. Meek or quiet spirits. Dress how you want, dress modestly. Preaches in church, silent in church.
Oh, so they both go to church anyway, okay.
Submits to no one except to boss. Submits to husband. Single and has abortions. Marry, bear children, guide the home.
I mean, the same thing here. We're just making up two people to compare. Oh my God.
Uses birth control. Fruitful multiples. Fornicates. Pursues naughtily purity.
but also having a bunch of kids, alright. Twists and manipulates God's world, loves God's world as written. Oh my god, someone actually took the time to just sit and write this in a notebook. They have pretty good handwriting though, that's one compliment, but I don't really see the point of this. I think stuff like this can probably be due to a few different reasons. It can either just be insecurity in your own choices and convincing yourself that like the other thing that you didn't choose is inherently bad can make you feel better about the things you might doubt about yourself. But I think you should just work on what you want to do in life instead of trying to convince yourself that other things are inherently bad just because you didn't do it. You know, what you're doing doesn't necessarily get better for you just because you don't want to do something else, if that makes sense. I think another part of it is just this lack of respect that other people might want to do things in life that are different to you. And if it doesn't hurt you, then it should be perfectly fine. Just, no fam, come on.
The difference between me and you is you probably spent Friday night in a bar and a random bed. Well, I spent my Friday night on networking call after a 12-hour shift, and now I'm on a run after a stressful interview this morning. Woo! Hashtag grind set, girl. Yes.
Wait, is that actually a thing? Do we have like genuinely non-satirical women's podcast when they talk about grind sets similar to like the Crypto Bros? Does that exist? I think the only ones I've seen are like satire.
My girl wants a doodle. My girl wants a Merle Frenchie. My girl wants a Pomsky. Your girl sucks!
Wait, what? Wait, which girl sucks? Does it mean that a real girl want like the ladder dogs that are shown in this collage? Or does it mean that the first 3 dogs are the good ones? Or I don't even know which part is supposed to be the quirky or which is supposed to be the good one. What?
How I hate females like this.
Speak for yourself, you ain't all women going on a walk as a woman. Wait, so you're making fun of someone like keeping an eye on their surroundings when they're walking alone. Is that the point of this?
How dare people be careful when they're out alone? Disgusting.
I don't know, fam. I think the takeaway is probably that it's a shame that people have to feel unsafe when walking around by themselves. I don't think this is something you should make fun of people for, even if you were to disagree. It's a very odd thing.
How goth girls sleep.
Okay, I like this. This is funny. I appreciate this.
You know you sleep the best when all your blood rushes to your brain.
Can you imagine going home with someone for the first time and you realize they don't have any beds, they just have like leg hooks in the ceiling and you're like, you can snuggle up next to me. Man, I need like a bad parody movie about this. That'd be amazing.
Women with daddy issues.
Women with mommy issues. Is this like an off-spin? Are we gonna have creepypastas with mommy issues?
Oh, look out. It's an SCP. Oh, what does that SCP do? Mommy issues. Ah! Other girls, parties, bad music, makeup, Facebook gossip, selfies, getting, tan, I think, stupid TV shows, me, natural, books, awesome music, Tumblr, fandoms, and nerdy. This feels like it's taken straight out of 2008. Oh my god, it makes me feel so young. Oh, that's beautiful. It brought me a feeling I didn't think I was gonna feel today. Thank you. It just goes to show how they never fully accepted the consequences of their actions. Like, you know how you could just sleep in whenever if you had a used condom properly, right? There's a girl I work with who is kind of envious of me, and I know it's because I'm nearly 30 with no kids, and she's 22 with a kid, and I look better than her on any day of the week. I'm like, it's not hard. I work out 6 days a week. You take care of a brat and have no time to do anything. We are not the same.
Oh my god, why do you feel the need to poop so much on someone who decided to have kids is 8 years younger than you? Kind of envious of me. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and bet that what this person is actually talking about is this person mentioning one time like, oh man, how nice it would be to sleep in on a Saturday. That's probably it, you know? I don't get why you're so eager to poop on them. I think it says more about you than about them. Like you're sitting and anonymously ranting about a random colleague who didn't do anything to you. What? Kendall Jenner says she doesn't feel like a Kardashian. I obviously understand I fall under the umbrella of the Kardashian sisters. It's just weird to me, because I am just like my dad in so many ways. I am a Jenner, in my opinion. Ooh, we have the not like other Kardashians now. This is yet another subculture of this phenomenon. Excellent.
Women working is definitely like the Special Olympics.
This person again? Oh my god, I've never seen so many awful takes in like a row like this. This must be some kind of Guinness World Record.
Once you get your woman should not vote shirt, please tweet him at me.
It is the person! It is the person who made the women should not tweet shirt. I called it!
There is a reason we are called a weaker vessel.
Who? Who says that? What do you mean there's a reason we are called? Who calls it that?
Makes outrageous statement. What's your source?
My source is that I made it the f*** up.
I am not like other girls. I am worse.
Hey girl, I heard you like bad boys. Well, I'm pretty bad at everything.
Y'all girls this summer versus me.
I thought this just was the same person at first. Okay, so it's like different shorts. Oh, I guess one is wearing like a slightly baggier shirt than the other one. The other one is showing shoulders, I guess. Okay, I think it's just two like summer fits. What? Oh my god, the comments are golden. Corporate needs you to find the difference between these two pictures. You know, Spider-Man. That is such a perfect meme for so many of these posts. Just a Spider-Man pointing meme. That encapsulates the vibe of this whole thing so well.
POV, you just told me it's weird that I only eat animal foods, but you eat food with an ingredient list longer than Mein Kampf.
That's a really weird example, okay.
That's full of machine lubricant, canola oil, banned in Europe by the way.
Canola oil straight up not banned in Europe, also lol. We just call it rapeseed oil. Oh, rapsolja. Is that what we're talking about? It's like super common oil. It's in every grocery store. And also, what's with the like Kampf book drop? That's really weird. What? I mean, ingredient list longer than maybe the dictionary. That would have been like a more classic joke that I think most people relate to. This is a really, really weird thing to just bring up. Did you see this video? Do you think that's a normal hug? Boy moms. Okay, so they're like jumping. Wait a second, that's not the girlfriend, that's the mom. That's like doing this jump wrap around. Oh, that's wild. I've never seen a parent hug their child like that. That's a bit odd. If you watch the full video, she practically climbs on him, and he looks embarrassed AF, like patting her with one arm. Also, her Instagram is something. I feel spared that it wasn't a full video posted. Thank you very much.
You listen to Taylor Swift, I listen to Green Day. Girl, we are not the same. Italian. Wealthy men love natural French tip manicures. Their ideal woman doesn't have fake nails or plastic surgery. She is just polishes and enhances her natural beauty.
The online world is kind of beautiful in the way that it takes like really mundane things and goes like far, far, far down rabbit holes and start arguing things you would never have been able to come up with yourself. That is like a consistent thing I see online in the last few years, which is very fascinating.
Other girls and me.
Girl, stop trying to be an I'm not like other girls girl and get some new underwear, shaking my head.
Other girls trying to flirt and get his attention. How I pulled him.
Okay, I guess the point is like, I'm superior because I pull dudes without trying. But all you other basic birches, you don't pull him even when you try, haha.
Hashtag superior girl. Happily married to my 5'5" king for 8 years, while y'all getting ghosted by 6'2" alcoholics with 7th grade reading levels, but go off on how you only date tall men, I guess.
This started off so wholesome and sweet, and then I felt the whole post is just about someone specific that you're still bitter about, but you try to zoom out and make it like an overarching argument about humanity. Bruh, I am 5'5" and alcoholic.
I will never understand why a woman would pursue a career when she could just stay at home, look pretty, and bake for her husband all day.
I mean, you can. If you meet a partner and you're both down with that sort of lifestyle and it works financially and stuff, then yeah, go for it. I don't think anyone is telling you not to. It's just about finding a partner that is also down with it, you know? I mean, any sort of relationship just involving consenting adults is basically possible if you are both just on board with it. That's the thing. I don't think anyone is telling you not to. It's just weird when you're trying to claim that like something is stopping you or anyone not doing it is somehow inferior or misguided.
I have been suddenly demonetized out of thin air with no warning for hateful content at Team YouTube.
Your channel is no longer able to earn. Probably because they figured out you're a borderline P-word. 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks. Others are saying it's okay, he screwed a 9-year-old because it was a different time. Okay, I could get maybe 13 or 12, but 9... Well, okay, yeah, no, YouTube is a little bit like Wild West when it comes to like what it shoots down or not. But I'm gonna be honest, yeah, that seems pretty correct. Yeah, I'm gonna give Team YouTube a W on this one. Taking a picture with the boys in the water and the girls on the boat. Vacation vibes.
Am I the only girl who would be in the water too?
I have the urge to say r/ not like other girls, but the intrusive thoughts lost today. Not like other girls.
When I pull up to Walmart and there's pick-me girls dressed like they're going to a pageant staring at me.
I don't think people pay that much attention to other people's dress codes in the grocery store, I'm gonna be honest. What happens when you buy a Stanley Cup, acrylic nails, and lash extensions instead of new tires? Look at this random pictures of a car that slipped off the road. Probably because it's really icy and winter, you know, it can happen. But it's because of girls in general that get nail stuff fixed. That's the reason why we slip on slippery roads. Gosh darn nails.
I want my kids to inherit land and business, not clothes, bags, and shoes.
How about both? I mean, I think both is pretty reasonable. Yeah? What? That's so weird. It's putting two things against each other that probably don't cancel out in the least. Well, laddies, lasses, and lasses, I do hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed having you here today, you wonderful, beautiful being. And I will see you again in the very near future. Take care. Mwah.